Hello and welcome to Garage 86. I'm the red bit of that logo, the Si or Simon, whatever you want to call me. You're in my garage and there is an eightSix sitting right about there. So that's the title covered. Why am I here anyway? Well, I've always been a big fan of car culture and I've seen the way it's changed and the way that we express it, and shows are obviously still a big thing and people like to visit those and embrace the culture and whatnot, but I'm a sort of child of the early noughties, so obviously that's got my interests as like Gone in 60 Seconds, Fast and the Furious, and yeah, that kind of led me into the modification scene. But I was also a big fan of the forums, like the early noughties into late noughties car forums. I was on UK Starlet Club, UK Starlet Owners, ToyotaGTTurbo.com, all the ones from when I had like UK spec or my first import, the Toyota Starlet Glanza V. And then more recently like MX5 Nuts and MX5 Owners Club when I've had my MB MX5, which gave me the first sort of taste of rear wheel drive, and that kind of led me in 2012 to wanting to get a GT86. Obviously at the time the UK spec market had one, so that was my first thought, and then a few years later TRD bolted on some parts, charged you more money, and I was like, no, actually I'm going to get that one. And then in 2015 2016 there was a Japanese only model, which was the TRD 14R and the TRD 14R 60. Now the 60 was more as a track car, and the 14R was your regular street car. So it took the regular 86, added some bits to it, gave it a bit of flair to match what at the time was their Griffon race car. And then it became the 14R. 14 for being created in 2014, R for racing, and the 60 at the time was for referencing 60 years of TRD. But yeah, I think I have what might be the only one of one TRD 14R in the UK, unregistered currently. It looks like I'm going to have to wait till 10 years old, so March 2026. So here's a depressing countdown timer for how far away that is. I wish I hadn't have seen that. And yeah, so I'm just here really because forums seem to have fallen off a bit. They're not as common as they used to be. They're not as engaged with as they used to be. A lot of what I'm interested in now has obviously gone to YouTube, and I invest a lot of time when I'm working listening to videos of the creators that I like and taking it from there. And I thought, well, this seems to be what the kids are doing these days, and now I'm like 40, thought I'd test myself, give me something new to do. And yeah, so this has kind of been my journey with the car. This is me doing some modifications to the car and showing something that, you know, the UK scene may not have seen in the form of the 14R. So yeah, I hope you come on the journey with me. Hope you find it interesting. Yeah, let me show you around it. So here she is. This is my baby. Haven't named it yet, I must admit, which isn't like me. My previous cars, Jeff and Jeff, both spelled different, were the Starlets. And then Elsie was my MX5. But yeah, this is how it looks from the front. I am a little bit limited by size here, obviously, because I'm in a garage, so I can't get too far away from it. But yeah, as you can see, it has a rather dirty splitter on the front there, which was part of the TRD pack that came with it. I found out the original Japanese number plate, hence I have that one on the front. From the side, you've got these these wing profiles, which don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but under there say TRD. We've got the wheels here, which show where the car came from. These that emblem in the middle is the Griffon. Yep, they spell it like that. Which was for their track going version that they managed to lap Tsukuba in under a minute. It's also got these silly little TRD valve stem caps that I'm sure would get nicked the second I took them outside. We have, I think these ended up being the later spec side skirts as well. Round the side isn't too dissimilar to the rest, but kind of the back is where it changes. You've got the different shark fin on the top just here, and you've got this silly carbon fibre wing. But boys and their toys, what can I say? So you have this dealer option TRD wing on the top. You've got the standard TRD wing, same as the one that came on the UK spec version. I got the number plate custom made up, so that one won't be on there. But the 14R underneath just here, that's factory. And then if I zoom back a bit further, you might be able to see the back. So the whole rear bumper is different. It doesn't have the bit in the center with all the reversing lights and the fog lights. As you can see, there is the fog light just here. Sorry, the reversing light just here, but it doesn't have a fog light. But that will be rectified. And then doing away with the twin exit exhaust, it has this one in the middle instead, with little carbon canards, I suppose you'd call them, at the bottom, and a diffuser as well. But yeah, something a little bit different, something I was quite keen on. From the inside, it's a bit dark in here, I'm afraid. Not too dissimilar to the standard car, in all honesty. Other than reading only in kilometers. You do get this backlit little TRD emblem here on the start-stop button. And there's a lovely Japanese lady who likes to talk to me whenever I start the car up. Why not? Let's do that now. But yeah, hopefully not too loud. As you can see, nearly 37,000 miles. Standard gear knob there, but answer me this, is this a standard shift length? Because look at this. Or is this already, look, from side to side, barely anything. Here she is, she's going to tell me now. You're quite right, I don't have the card put in, I'm sorry. But yeah, is that natural? Should it be that smaller throw? And also this little carbon plate down here that says 14R, just in case you weren't sure. But yeah, got plenty of stuff inside to change to make it a little bit more personal. Oh, didn't notice that, look. TRD mats down there, how exciting. Oh, and look, little carbon TRD panel just there in the doorway. And the TRD striker plates. So maybe I was underselling it. There's a few different bits. But the biggest thing that makes this different to most of the other GT86s all comes down to this. Because this isn't marked as a Toyota GT86, it is marked as a TRD ZN6 VPN-W8D. Get on Google, people, it's exciting times. But I suppose what you might be wondering is, okay, so TRD have done it. What have they changed from, what else have they changed? And I bet there's something exciting under the bonnet. And wait, you are in for a treat. Look at this. Yeah, maybe not so much of a treat. But look, they've put a panel on the engine. Spirit of TRD Griffon concept. There you go. That's that now. So that's different to the UK one. But other than that, pretty much similar. Other additions they made, which you might not be able to see anyway, there's a slight air diffuser just under here to help transit the air underneath the car. As you can see, it's taken a slight knock here. We'll get that repaired, sorry. But the one slight mark that makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, how do you get that? How do you get a paint chip like that on the rear window? Anyone answer? Answers on a postcard or answer in the comment section, your choice. But yeah, so thanks for taking a walk around the car with me. I've got a few quick and easy mods to do right out the bat so that I can give you an idea of what sort of things I might well be doing to it in the not too distant future. But appreciate your time. Now, you may have guessed, you may not, but I am a bit of a TRD brand whore. The car is probably your first indication. But if not, here are a few other bits that I've got to start off the modifying journey, just to give you an idea of how into all this stuff I am. So we got the rad cap, the petrol cap. One of these is going to be the oil cap. I think it's that one. That one is the gear knob. And this one is one I didn't need. Now, in Japan, you have the locking bolts on every single bolt on the car. But we have three. As you can see, there's one already fitted there, came that way from Japan. And there's another two on the front. Normally they would have a region number or a region area like this for Aomori, which would be here with a big lockable sort of nut to say that it is an Amori car, but it is also government licensed. So not knowing that, I bought those three just to cover myself, just so I could put it on. But it looks like I won't be using them now. So give me a minute, let me get the camera set up, and then I'll show you putting on some of these bits on the car. So to kick things off in the engine bay, things that I think it should have come with anyway, and it's a little bit of a cheek, TRD, yes, I'm blaming you. We've got the rad cap, which just screws on, screws off over here. High pressure one, obviously, for all the extra kilograms per centimetre squared that I'm doing while it's sat in the garage. And another little dress up item, the TRD oil cap, which replaces this beautiful yellow one just over here out of shot. But I'll get some close-up pictures as I'm changing this. This was just a setup so that you could see it as a whole. But yeah, just a few basic ones to kick it off. Right, so picking it up on the smaller camera. Yeah, TRD rad cap and oil cap. So let's start off. This one's going to be a testing one, I can tell already. Right, only way to do it is to do it. So, oh, that one was tough. Nice fresh fluid in there because it's pretty much never been used. It had a service, thank you to BHP Imports when it first came in. And then look, here is your TRD rad cap. So let's make sure I get this the right way round. There we go. So that one's that one on there. I'll pop this back in there in a minute. Let's keep it all together. And then this one, let's make sure there's no mayonnaise in here. No, that looks okay to me. Good stuff, right? Again, let's pop that out the way. And then let me grab this little box of tricks here. I'll put all the numbers, if you're interested, in the description below, so you can just see. Put that out the way. Look, there you go. Now you know it's genuine. There's a sticker. Right. So let me get those off there so we don't drop anything in the engine bay, never to return again. Of course they put tape on it. They want us to do this one-handed, don't they? Right, there we go, that's the tape off. Get the nice billet oil cap out, and then look, there we go. That simply just screws, put that on there, and then that simply just screws into place on there like that. Make sure it's nice and tight. Actually slack that off a little bit. There we go. And then the sticker comes off and goes on there. Okay, so I cheated a little bit off camera there because I thought there was no way I was going to get this out the packaging with one hand. So it's just got some 3M stuff on the back, which I've already started peeling off. And then we just line up the sticker. You watch me get it wrong. And hang on, I'm going to change hands. Line up the sticker like, no, it doesn't like it. I hate doing these sort of things. They're kind of a one-hit go. No, slightly too much. Let's twist it slightly. I am anal as anything about this sort of stuff. And I will probably take 15 goes to get this right. And then I still won't be happy every time I open the engine bay. But where are we? How about that? That looks about as good as I'm going to get. So give that a little push down. I've already lifted this seal up so that can come off. And there we go. So that's two quick and easy mods, which is the oil cap and the rad cap. And I'll just do another one or two inside just to keep things moving. Now, before I go inside, I thought I might do this one as well, just quickly. So this will be the first time the petrol cap has even been opened. So you never know, there might even be one on there already. But this is the petrol cap for the 86. It's another stick-on affair, and it's plastic this time. But let's get the door open, find out where it is. There we go, open that up. Aha, no, there isn't one. That's cool. So a little bit of Japanese there, probably telling me just use unleaded. All right, fair enough, no diesel. And then, right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Kind of. Right, better check these instructions. Don't want to get it wrong, do we? So, let's have a look. There's the fuel cap. Here's the fuel cap cover instructions. Let's see what they say. Right, yeah, well, I think we can all agree that says peel these bits of white sticky tape off and stick it on. Okay, fair enough. Now, this one doesn't have a protective sticker on by the looks of it, so let's just sit that on there so we don't scratch the surface up. Oh, I love double-sided tape. Aha, I think we've started it. There we go, that's one lifted. Two. Right, I'm going to be brave on this one. I'm going to take those off. I'm going to take that off. Make sure I've got it the right way up, which I do. Maybe I should give that a clean first. Yeah, I'll give that a clean first. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. A little bit of degreaser sprayed in there just to make sure. Give it a wipe with the towel. Might as well do the surrounding area as well. There we go, that looks nice and clean. Mating surface hopefully dry now. Yeah, it seems all right. And then, right, let's get this on. Deep breath with me again, people. Oh, it's a tight fit. Give it a push down. There we go, another TRD element. Let's check it works. Oh God, you hear the air come out there. Hang on, what's Japanese fuel? Oh, smells nice. And then yeah, just do that up. Close that door. It's another mod done. And then here, let's try and do another cost-cutting exercise from TRD. Let's change this gear knob. I'm sure we all know how gear knobs come on and come off, but generally speaking, I know, difficult mods this time. I promise you they'll be a bit more in depth going forwards. But there we go, that's that off. Get the new one, get the box. Oh, it's got a lovely little bag in it. Make sure, yes, I have the manual one, so there you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 TRD. And then let's just slide that one on. It's quite a long thread actually, more than I was expecting. And then twist that round to say TRD. So now you can look wherever you want. There's TRD here, there's TRD here, and there's TRD here. Not a bad start. But yeah, as I was saying before, if anyone wants to say whether that range of movement suggests it's got a short shifter already, please do let me know, because to me that feels very short for a standard shifter. Now, another thing that's lacking from this car, where is my, oh, I have a face, there it is, hello, is something to pull the boot lid down with. I mean, we don't always want to do it from the spoiler, certainly not from the carbon fibre spoiler. So I've bought this handy little thing from Perrin, which should hopefully take the place of one of these up here, and then should make it easier for me to pull the boot lid down, because in my old age don't want to be overstraining. But first stage, let's take this off. So I've got my trusty trim removal tool. Let's just try and pop these bad boys off. One. Now some of the models don't actually have this cover to my knowledge, so I may be doing a step you don't need to, but nonetheless I do, so I have to do the step, I'm afraid. For all those who don't need it, please hold the line cooler. We'll be with you as soon as we can. So, right, hopefully they're all still quite tough, because I don't think they've been removed before. Oh, but yeah, let me take these all out. Get them off to the side. And you can probably see as well here, there's some strengthening poles for the wing. So that's nice. When I'm doing all those G's while parked in the garage, I know it's safe. In addition to that, there's a wiring loom here for a rather bodged camera install. Don't know if you can see it. I'll get it on the other camera as well. There, nice Panasonic reversing camera flopping around in a massive great hole. But I'll figure that one out later. We'll work that one out. But yeah, so here's the other trunk strengthening. There's a massive wiring loom, and this here is the one that we're going to use. I've got it in my pocket. Don't know why I was looking for it. Where is it? Other pocket? Here it is. And that is just going to fit with the aid of some other parts just in there like that. So the first thing I have to do, scariest part of all, grab a drill with a 10mm. Let's go. So here's the drill, 10mm on it, and slowly, because you don't want to pierce the other side of it, because then you'd be going through the trunk. So it's trying to pull it in. There we go. that hole is enlarged now. Let me just show you an after video. So I will tidy that up a bit, and then I'll show you the next stage, which involves a custom tool from Perrin. Let me show you it. A riv nut and a bolt. Oh, and a washer. Don't forget a washer too. So let's just tidy up some of that metal around there. Get the riv nut. Get the riv nut. Put this through it. And slowly just do it up to catch. Then we're gonna slot it into the hole. That needs to be slightly larger. Let's move, give it a bit of a wiggle in there. Unfortunately in the UK we don't have 25/64ths. We have, which is 9.9 mil, we have 10 mil. So let me just go and grab a socket. Gonna whack an extension on it too. Find that 10 mil. I think this is 10 mil. Not a bad guess. Hold this, set that to on, and slowly tighten it up. Trying not to slip. Oh, it feels tough already. Let me back that off, see if that is tight enough. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. And then I just need to grab the fixing bolt. So let me show you zoomed in on that. There we go, we have our riv nut in there. Can't see that going anywhere. I could tighten it up a little bit maybe. Let me have a feel on the back. So I just gave that another hand tighten just to make sure, but yeah, there's our new riv nut. Then the next stage is to pop the boot blanket cover, whatever you want to call it, back on. So let me grab all these these press washers, -1, and I'll put this back on. Wrap it round the cable. Yeah, lined that first one up. Let's pop them there for a sec. Let's start getting some on before I worry about that. Alright, here's one. Let's line up the next one. 2. Clip them in with a push. 3. 4. Oh, come on. Move it slightly. There you go. One in the middle up here, which I can just about see. There's always one, isn't there? Well, I suppose it's good if it is just one, but that's that one. And the last one up the top here. Let's get that in. Sorry about this cooler. It's a little bit of a slow process when you haven't worked on cars in a while. There we go, in. And then the last one no longer uses the push clips. Instead, we've got this, which is the Perrin handle. Make sure the word is facing you for style points, but also for the ability to hold it because the handle is behind it. So nip it up with the long end and then final tighten with the other end of the Allen key. And then hopefully we should have a handle. Ta-da! So just to show how it looks now it's fitted, there we are. A little bit of American DM or US DM on my JDM car, and that's that. A few other bits to do in the future in there, but let me just show you that it's all pretty much standard affair down here, nothing too much to write home about. Let's get that one out. Let's get that one out. A couple of little ones. So yeah, there's a few jobs I've got to do on it. And let's have this one out as well. And then yeah, just your standard boot floor. And then underneath, you got your documents, you got your toolkit. Now, the only thing mine didn't come with, and if you're anything like me, this will bug you. Oh, look, got the inflator there as well in nice red and black TRD colours. But the thing this car didn't come with, which does inevitably bug the crap out of me, is the document holder. Now the standard TRD document one that comes with this was discontinued in 2016, so that's really helpful. But as per usual, I had to get something to put my documents in because a plastic bag with a elastic band around it wasn't going to cut it. So let me show you what I picked up, which is this. Sorry for the delay there, just wanted to get it out the bag without too much difficulty or too much wasted internet of you looking at a cutting mat. Bag out the way, and this is a TRD document wallet. So you can whack all your bits and bobs in there, all the books, all your cards for having your servicing done, etc, etc. But for me, it was just another opportunity to have something with a TRD badge on, which you will probably see is how this channel is going to go. But let me get the bits in there and then I'll show you an after. Now this was a nice find as well. These look to be like
Oh look, lovely little stamp down there as well. These look to be like the Japanese service documents for when it's had an MOT or a Shoken, I think it's called in Japan. So got these two books too, one about maintenance and one for the actual machine itself. Obviously I cannot read a word of it, so Google Translate may come in useful at some point. And this is like the maintenance notes for the car, just to say don't use LPG and all that sort of business. And then a service interval guide there as well, nice to have. And finally this Panasonic kit for the head unit, which I'm probably going to have to do away with anyway because it cannot be translated into English unless anyone can help me out with that. They're the model numbers just there. But yeah, so let's slip this in. They're quite big actually, bigger than I thought they'd be. Let's see how we get on. Actually, I might slip those into the other side. Let me just put the camera down somewhere. I think you can just about see what I'm doing there. So slide those in there. Oh, get in there. And then slide these two in that side, like that. And there you've got your pointless, yet pretty, I guess, book that sits right back underneath the carpet where you will never see it again. But nice to know it's there. If anyone can shed any light on the other version, the Japanese version, which should have come with the car, I'll show you a picture on the screen now. If anyone can find that or has access to that and no longer need it, please get in touch because I really do want that. So anyway, if you meet me back here on this beautiful Evo 6 bench seat that I've commandeered and made into a sofa, then thank you for turning up. Thank you for sticking to the end. I hope the videos weren't too jarring as I was going through. It's kind of a new thing for me. Certainly 2 cameras, trying to figure it all out. I'll get there. Please stick with it. I'll try and get better. But yeah, just appreciate you visiting me in Garage 86. And I guess the rule of thumb of all this is it's never too late to try something new. Forums probably maybe a bit outdated now, but I will still keep them updated. Still using the Psycown handle, so see if you can find me on some of those. Obviously like FT86, UK GT86 Owners Club, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again in the future, but it's never too late. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time hopefully. See ya.